right? This Jeremiah 51, verse 7. It say, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hands that made all the earth drunken, and the nations have drunk of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take bonds for her pains? If so, be she might be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into their own country, for her judgment reaching to heaven, and it lifted up even to the sky. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of the Great Millstone, our teachers, and salutation to the Akim, the teaching the truth of the folk on the earth and trans the city, man. So this is a quick lesson. It's basically going into Babylon is falling, man. And we should get a hand clap at that, man. Because it's a brother in GMS Chicago camp, not Ezekiel, man, that posts an article and he did a video on it. And I usually touch on this subject also, man. Talking about how it was an article that said 102 million Americans don't have a job right now. That just came out May the 3rd, man. That's a big, huge number, man. Like, you should really stop and think about that, man. That's a lot of Americans. Man, so on a mass scale, the Lord is wrapping this place up, man. And that's why we should rejoice and be happy, man. Because Babylon is falling, man. And I'm going to read it again and break the scripture down. But I want to touch on a couple of things, man, before I do. Because I have another article also I want to bring out. I'm going to put them in the description box so you can look them up, man. It said in that article that said 102 million Americans don't have a job. It said that it's the worst. This time is worse than it was the last time when we was in a recession in 08 and 09, man. So guess what? More and more Americans is hurting. More and more things is wrapping up. Martial law is around the corner, man. These things is America is through. The more and more you starting to see prices going up, man, slowly but shortly, man. And we don't even have to talk about different fruits, vegetables, and stuff like that when you go to the grocery store, man. You just go in the store on your chips. You go to the store. Back in the day, you can get a bag of chips for $1. Like last year, it was what 2 for 59 cents for the same amount of chips, maybe less. So over a period of time, you're starting to see the decline of the dollar, man. You got to use more dollars to get less product, man. And that's how you can tell that a kingdom is falling, man. Because the dollar is circulating, man. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Look at the house market. House market is about to bust. Nobody is buying cars. It's an article that the car industry, a used car industry, is suffering. Babylon is through, man. But I just got a couple precepts, man. Jumping to the scriptures, because it all ties into the scriptures, man. And pretty soon they're gonna lock this place down, and all Americans is gonna suffer, man. Ultimately, it's gonna be the solution is the FRD chip. But let's jump into it. This Jeremiah 51 and 7. It say Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hands that make all the earth drunken, and the nations have drunken her wine. And it's have, man. Because for so long, America's been that superpower, man. And guess what? This superpower America is falling, man. All the other nations got in bed with this place. And now you're starting to see the decline. Now they starting to branch off. They say, therefore the nations are mad. And that's what you get in Revelation 17. We're not going to get it. It's in a different subject. But all these other nations is pissed off in America, man. Because guess what? Everybody is in league with this corporation, man. So if this place fall, guess what? they fall, man. And that's beautiful. Hallelujah. Right? Because guess what? Our kingdom is next. Yahweh Shai kingdom, man. The nation of Israel. So, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take bonds for her pain. Because bonds is basically it's medicine, a healment to heal a certain pain, man. So you can stop the bleeding, man. But guess what? This bleeding is gonna keep plunging, man. You can't put bandages on a shotgun wound. My elder taught me that. It say, "How for her? Take bonds for her pain. If she be, she might be healed. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed." So guess what? This time, when that recession hit real bad and that famine come and oil prices go up, man, because we are in World War III. Hey, these people have no idea what's coming. They're gonna be in a pitiful case, like the scriptures say, man. They think just because things is kind of sold cheap, like Ezra say, but they really in a pitiful case, man. It's all called smoke and mirrors, man. And these people have no idea of what's coming, man. They say, if she might be Salakia, but she is not healed, forsake her and let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgment reason to heaven and lift it up even to the sky, man. And the Lord is tired of this place, man, because all of the wickedness, man, that it promote, and he's bringing this place to the low, all the pride of his people, man. Because all the nations knew, and you coming to America, this is the land of opportunity, man. But the American dream is over with, man. Hey, it's a mass scale. You see when you go to Walmart, Target, all these other places, man. Especially these retail places. You see old people, well, I should, up in age people, I should say, 60, 50, still working for cashiers. Especially in Illinois. So they not getting their pensions. They not getting their retired funds. That's how you know that this place is through. Everybody is doing Lyft and Uber, which everybody can't do Lyft and Uber and make money. It's going to slow down sooner or later, man. Everybody is doing app jobs, man. This place is through. So let's get to the next scripture, man. This Isaiah 19. 15. It say, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rust must do, man. And guess what? You're starting to see that on a mass scale, man. People have to go to factories or settle for minimum wage jobs, man. Hey, before Amazon this year raised up their minimum wage to 15, they used to be $12 and $13 an hour, man. And they have to do those things, man. It was an article that came out. You can look it up. That they was gonna start issuing checks for people that's not working, so they can pay their bills, man. I forgot on the lines of the article, but Lord willing, I can put that in the description box if I find it, man. These all things is setting up to show you that America is through. That these people, American dream, going to school, getting your degree, your doctorate degree, or whatever, man, is through, man. People not having fun out here, man. The only time these people have money around tax season, man. And you see tax season just left. Guess what? All these other people is hurting now, man. Scrambling. Don't know what to do, man. Don't know how they gonna pay their bills. Hurting. They one step was jumping off the cliff, man. Stress level is on an all-time high. These people are through, man. This get the next scripture, man. This Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1, because I mentioned martial law, and that's what this going into, man. Because these people need to return to the Heavenly Father, man. And since they don't want to return, these things is going to come upon them, man. This Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. It say, remember now the Creator in the days of their youth, where the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, where they say, I have no pleasure in them, man. And that's what's coming. Evil days, bad times, man. Evil mean bad, bad and bad times, man. So soon, you're not gonna be able to afford certain things, man. You're not gonna be able to buy chips or your food, man. And guess what? With this war arising, man, Donald Trump announced that he's gonna put tariffs on China this Thursday, up until 25% on 200 tariffs. He announced that in the stock market, then plunging down and crash, man. And that's what this going into, man. That's beautiful. Verse 2. With the suns or the light or the moon or the stars be darkened, nor the clouds return out of the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, meaning Black Wall Street, man. Wall Street, so like not Black Wall Street, but Wall Street, man. Up in New York, the stock market, the line of trade, all those things, man, it's going to fall, man. Because the Lord sanctioned this place to go down, man. When you read Amos 9, it said the Lord his eyes is upon his sinful kingdom, man. He will utterly destroy it off the face of the earth, but leave the house of Jacob the elect, man. So guess what? If you're not part of the number of the Most High, the elect, you're not gonna make it out this place, man. Cause the Lord have this place destined to be destroyed, man. There's no coming back for America, man. All these people, it's finna you finna really see the animal, and cause many a cold wax. I mean Salakia. It say in Matthews, many them wax cold, man. So when you see poverty, when you see money not circulating, and these people is put in this position to what? Rob, steal, and kill, man. You're going to see the animals in your family members, your neighbors, all those things, because the dollar is crashing, man. Because America is through. It say, keep reading, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow thyself, and the grinding cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, man. And that's what you're starting to see with Wall Street, man. These people is selling their assets. They stop because they not want to invest no more. It's no money. It's making this in this place, man. And it go back into the workforce, man. It said the grinding shall cease. Nobody is going to work in this place, man. Wait till they shut this place down, man, and you see martial law walking up the streets, man. And that's what I want to touch on, man, because it's another article. When you go into Google, you can type in how many Americans saving, man. And there was an article that came out this year, March 14th. And when you go into the article, it says certain little things, right? But it said 69 to 70% of people is barely saving either 10 or less than 10% out of their paycheck, man. So that lets you know that then the 70% of these people are broke. Because what happened when an emergency come up? When your car break down, man? Or unexpected bill, or a doctor bill, or a fun with your kid. You can tell that they not saving. And another point that stuck out to me, it said it was saying that the middle class, man, the middle class, the expense of the middle class right now is worse and increased to live since it was back 20 years ago, man. So that also proved that prices is going up, man. Things is getting expensive, man. Especially if you was a middle class from the age of what 50, 40, man. Cause back then, if you got a $50,000 job, $60,000 job, you was making it in America, man. Try having that job now, living in a good lifestyle, so called to speak. You poor, especially if you not making over $60,000, $70,000. I was saying that's still poor, man. Because the average American make damn near from 20 to 30K a year, and that's with them taxing. That's not without them taxing that, man. So you really make less than that, and that's terrible. Especially if you're trying to live with a 2-bedroom, about $800-900, rent, securities, gas. That's a prime. That's a low paying job, man. 12, 13 hours a year. That's no money, man. So get this last scripture, man. And then I'm gonna jump back into Slovakia. This Haggai 1 verse 6. It say, "Ye have so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but you have not enough." And that's what you're starting to see, man. What you get in the stores, the little food that you get, it's not enough. It's not enough to feed your family. It's not enough to live off of, man. Because the Lord said there was going to be a curse, man. When you read in Deuteronomy, man, they say, "But you have not enough. You drink, but you will not fill with drink. You clothe you, but there is not none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes," man. So regardless of the fact, if you think you making it, you're not, man. Hey, guess what? When Donald Trump was shut down the government, man, them federal workers, they was hurting. They didn't have no money saved up. They was selling their TVs, all type of things so they won't get behind in bills. And I don't know if Donald Trump issued their check out for the back pay, man. They had to rely on different things, man. Family members, which they was hurting. Taxes. So these people, this America is through. The more and more you starting to see the economy starting to slow up, man. Just like you saw in '08 and '09, man. This recession is here. It's just a pound of time when it's finna hit. And with prices going up, these people are going to suffer even more. This year is going to be a hell of a year, the year of Karama, man. Because guess what? Palatahar redeemed this year as the year of Karama, the FRD chip, man. They're going to push that chip on a mass scale because that's going to be the solution, the end ball game, man. But this back in Ecclesiastes 12 and 4, man. Salakia. It say, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up, and the voice of the birds and all the daughters of music shall be brought low," which you see right now. This music is terrible, man. Terrible. Verse 5, "And also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man go to his long home, and the morning go about the streets," man. And that's that martial law, man. So pretty soon, that's the end ball game, man. Because hey, when all hell break loose, which will show, when these people wake up and see that they've been lied to, that America was a big scam for the elites to get rich and press the people, man. It's gonna be all hell war, man. Especially when they find out that the link is getting cut off, which Donald Trump is doing. when houses get taken away, all these public game assistance, man, government assistance, man, get taken away from them. Donald Trump is just a puppet. It was already set up through the elites and ultimately the Most High, man. Because these people need to suffer. These people need to know who their true power is, man. We never went to these other elites and heathens, man, for help. The Lord was our hope, man. But that's another subject, man. That's just something I want to bring out, man. I'm gonna put the articles in the description box, man. America is through. It's falling, man. And there's nothing that is going to help America come back, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostle and great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the Akim, the teaching the truth of the folk on the earth and Trinity City, man. Until next time, Shalom.